Hey everyone, so today for the process video I'm going to go over the basics of taking care of a big dog, or at least a German Shepherd in my case. His name's Sayid. Morning usually consists of picking up his toys because they're incredibly painful to step on, at least his bones. Next step for the morning routine usually consists of, obviously, food and water. You also want to be aware of how expensive a dog's food can be. In this case, we have to buy a $70 bag each month. The reason it's so expensive is because he has a yeast infection, and squid turns out to be the only thing that helps it. But just something to take note of. Every dog has their own tastes, or in some cases, dietary needs. And next thing for the morning, he's obviously got to go out to go to the bathroom. So you got to go potty? One thing you want to consider too is, living in a rural area, you can't really let him off the leash. You have to stay out with him, any time of the year. Another thing you want to consider too with having a dog like this is the amount of exercise they need. I typically look for a trail like this that doesn't have anyone on it, so I can let him roam freely off the leash. If not, I typically try to shoot for about 2 walks a day with him. He's a big dog, so he needs to move around a lot, so it chews up a lot of time. Other things that can chew up a lot of time you want to consider are baths. About once every 2 weeks we try to give him a bath. And grooming, that can take up a lot because he sheds like crazy. So it's a lot of time. You also want to consider how much money these guys chew up. You got to think of vet expenses, especially as they start getting older. Vet expenses can cost a lot. Getting your vaccinations done, getting them spayed or neutered, that can end up costing a lot. So you want to consider those things when you get a dog like this. You also want to do research into the type of dog you get. For instance, female German Shepherds are typically protectors of the family. These guys are protectors of the household, so they're not typically as aggressive male German Shepherds. So yeah, you want to do your research. You don't want to neglect these guys if you get a dog. You want to make sure you get the dog that's right for you. Maybe you prefer a smaller dog. To each their own. But those are things to consider. You don't want to neglect them. You want to get them outside. You want to get them socialized so they don't freak out when they see somebody that's not you. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap up the video here. Dogs aren't small investments. Please do your research. These guys don't deserve to be neglected. And yeah, thanks for watching.